Hello, I'm Amber.
And I'm Neha. We are parents of a gifted child who's on autism spectrum.
Through our YouTube channel, we want to help parents with children on the autism spectrum learn more about it, avoid a lot of myths that are there around autism, as well as provide a lot of strategies and tips that can slightly ease the parenting journey for you. All our content is very well researched, but please remember that every child is unique, so there is no way that this video replaces any kind of professional medical advice or intervention. If you find this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it further with parents you know whose child may be on the spectrum. We post new content every Sunday at 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time.
So in this video, we are going to talk about caretaker burnout. Caring for a child with autism can be both rewarding and challenging. It's very common for parents or caregivers to experience burnout. Now, burnout means you're sort of losing yourself in the process of actually forming your child. A caregiver might be driving their child to various appointments, advocating for the child's educational needs, helping the child avoid sensory overload, or dealing with an unexpected tantrum in public, which commonly happens. At the end of this long day, they may even be discouraged to find that their child is unable to sleep, keeping the caregiver from giving the rest they need. Let's try to understand the different kinds of stress that can lead to a burnout. Psychological stress. I think this is the most, this is the main stress which really, it stresses you out, literally. Meeting the needs of a child with autism can increase a parent's risk of depression, anxiety, or other kinds of psychological distress. I experience it personally. I experience it most of the time. I feel it most of the times because it's very difficult to sort of channelize everything from morning to evening. You take him to the school, you take him, get him back, take him for his therapies, take him to the park, play with him. Everything is there. But at the same time, when you are with one particular child the whole day, you're trying to figure out how to fulfill all his needs, it takes a toll on you. And it leads to sort of depression and anxiety because you're just thinking, am I doing the right thing or am I doing the wrong thing? How are we going to go about it?
Then there is physical stress. A lot of running around with the child. The child is more, the lot of children on the spectrum have more, very hyperactive. So, to run after the child, to control their energy, to take them to parks, to various activities that where they can, spend their energy and have a better sleep at night. It becomes tiring. It becomes very, very physically tiring, not just for the parents. And a study has found out that children with parents of children with autism are more vulnerable to cardiovascular, immune system, and gastrointestinal issues.
Social stress is another thing. Most of the public is uneducated about autism spectrum disorder. People may blame or shame a parent when they misunderstand a child's behavior. This commonly happens, and this is very distressing. It's disheartening, and this kind of social pressure, this can create a stigma that can lead to parents feeling socially isolated. They might begin to avoid public gatherings or spending time with friends and family. Parents of children with autism may also be likely to experience marital stress. It does happen. We are constantly battling with the kind of people around us because they do not understand a child's behavior. For them, every child should be like it's a party. You have a child, he grows up, he does other things normally. It just keeps happening for them. For children on autism spectrum, it is very difficult for them to cope up with things, and for the parent, it's even more, let's say, heart wrenching. I would say to see the child struggling with such small things, literally, which are small for us, not for that child. It's a big progress for that child if he's doing something after 10 days, 15 days, a year. But then people do not understand that around us. And we lose it at times. I lose it at times. And I will not lie about it, but I do sort of give it off to people at times because they do not understand. I make them understand. If they still don't understand, it just gets onto me. It takes a toll on me and I do retaliate.
And there's financial stress. We all know that bringing up a child who's on the spectrum is financially more expensive, because you have to just not just pay the school fee, you have to pay a lot of therapies, you have to plan for your child's you are not sure whether your child would be independent, or would have to live a life where there is some kind of dependence on you all the time. So you may have to earn enough money so that you can take the child can if the child is not able to take care of himself or earn money for himself, you have earned that money for him to live. So some research has found that parents of children with autism may even earn lesser money because they have to earn few hours than other parents. They can't take up full-time jobs because they have caring responsibilities, and caregiver may also face additional expenses such as therapy, medical expenses, the child, and that puts additional burden on the family. So, and since a lot of parents may have to take leave to take care of the child, they may be at risk of even losing their jobs if they have to frequently take off from work to take care of the child. So there is a lot of financial stress also which is there on the parents.
Especially when you go to put them in schools, we know every school charges a bomb for that. So you have regular fee, you have fee for the special needs, and then you have shadows on top. So you have shadow teachers who are taking care of the children in school. Now, we have all these kind of stresses. How do we cope up? What should we do that we are sort of trying to strike a balance between our stressful lives, and how should we avoid a burnout? How can we do that?
So acceptance instead of complaint. Remember, the most effective attitude to adopt is that of supreme acceptance. There is a saying that if you can't change the direction of the wind, adjust the sails. Instead of complaining, have gratitude. Think that you must be a very special person, that God trusted you with these souls. When your attitude will change in life, things will become better. Remember that these are little angels who have come to teach the world a little bit of compassion and patience. So a shift in mindset can have a lot of positive impact on your thinking and can make the parenting journey a lot easier.
So, generally, when you are stressed out, your children are able to feel it. It's with any child. You are screaming, they also look at you, they understand there's something wrong. They might not be able to express it, but they're able to understand. So, your stress, it affects them, it affects the children, and then their behavior. So, positive, happy environment is what is needed. It makes the child less stressed, and so on. So, that is what is passed on to us. If our child is happy, we are happy. So, routine is very important. We need to maintain certain things with them. Now, if there is a routine, then it's predictable. If it's predictable, then it's reliable. If it is reliable, it can be trusted. And if it can be trusted, then it is safe. It is safe, then your child will have an easier time. Easier time for child, less stress for you, me, anybody else who's here in the same journey, less chances of a burnout. We should stop comparing our children. This is for any normal child as well. Stop comparing him to other children. The child's progress is what is main, and it should be compared to himself or herself. Nothing more.
A lot of times parents start feeling guilty, and they stop living their lives, and they stop taking care of themselves. That is wrong. If you can't take good care of your child, you will never be able to take good of yourself. Then you will never be able to take good care of your child. Find time to do things that you love as parents. Common activities that you and your child can do together, that can de-stress both of you. For example, nature walks and swimming. These are some things that I do regularly with my child. We go out for nature walks, which de-stresses me and my child as well, and he utilizes his energy in a positive way. We love going for swimmings, and we plan picnics, a lot of picnics. So that is a very, very big stress relieving exercise. Try to split time between you and your partner so that the other can find time for either exercise, for yoga, for swimming, or any other activity that he or she may love. Remember, physical exercise like swimming, cycling for children releases serotonin, Now, serotonin is it's like a feel good hormone, and that makes you feel emotionally stable, happier, and calmer. So, any kind of activity that exposes the child to outdoors and to sunlight, involves a lot of physical activity, creates that serotonin for the child as well as you. Build a support system who can take care of your child while you are trying to de-stress yourself, getting into your exercise, reading, or doing anything that you love. It could be the grandparents, it could be other parents with children on the spectrum, or it could be your neighbor or any other friends. What we also really try to do is we divide the responsibilities between me, Neha, are the grandparents of the child who stay with us, or what you could do is also do it with the parents of another child. Some on weekends, for example, the other parent may take care of your child for some time while you go out and or at your home do things that you love, and then you can switch over the next week. So these are some of the things that you can do. So build a reliable support system of friends, family who can divide the responsibilities and give you time for doing things that you like.
Yeah, so when you have your children who are on the spectrum, since we're talking about building a support system, your friends, you have to explain to them every situation, and you have to explain to your child. Your child too will not like it. Your child will not like it if he's just left like that. You have to explain it to him, show him a picture, maybe meet all the time, and then form it like that.
Then for avoiding social stress, boundaries need to be drawn with families and friends. Let them know if you're going to somebody who doesn't know about your child's condition, let them know in advance so that they know what to expect. Uh,
They should not be thrown off guard, because everybody, it's very difficult for anybody, for the person who is there, for the child, for the parent who is there with the child. It's a circle which becomes very, very difficult to handle then.
Have social gatherings that don't generally affect the child's routine. So we avoid late night parties, late night dinners with friends. We know that we have a cutoff time of 8:30, and wherever we are going, those people generally know it in advance, and they also know that okay, there might be some kind of behavioral issues with the child, so they are kind of mentally prepared for it. So having that actually helps getting down the social stress a lot. Also mingling with parents of children, forming a own tribe of parents who have children on the autism spectrum. I think they tend to understand each other better. So for example, we do a lot of nature walks, picnics with parents who have children on the spectrum, and this becomes generally less stressful and socially better than parents who might have children who are just the regular kids. Now, in order to reduce financial stress, I think this is something that we would be covering in a different video. It's a wide topic, but a few examples that I can let talk about here briefly is stop living a life to impress others. You have a child you have to take care of, and one should not spend their energy and efforts and money just in order to buy something which may just impress others.
You can do it for yourself.
You can do it for yourself, but not for others.
Not for others, of course.
Then invest early in life, because if you invest earlier in life, then you have more time for your money to compound and build a bigger corpus for your child. Invest in courses and learn more about financing so that you can
help your child,
help yourself and your child build a better financially secure future. So I hope you enjoyed this, we like this video, and please do subscribe to our channel, as we will bring along a lot of new content that will help you parenting journey easier. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.